So since it was my day off, I keep slurring my words together. Sorry. One of these days I will learn how to speak. Okay. So, yeah. Awkward. Okay. So since it was my day off, I just kind of decided to be kind of, it's kind of bumming around a bit. Yeah. So I went to JoAnn. So I do live in Nashville, and I find it kind of ridiculous that we don't have a JoAnn's, or Hobby Lobby for that matter, actually in Nashville. But if you want to go to a JoAnn's or a Hobby Lobby, you have to travel like 15 miles, which, oh, boo-hoo, but like I'm so used to having everything like 5 miles away from me. Anyway, so it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to wherever to go to the craft store. We do have Michael's though, but I like Michael's, and I prefer JoAnn's or Hobby Lobby over, yeah. Okay, anyway. So, again, with Cosmic t-shirt idea, Galaxy t-shirt, whatever you want to call it, I was like, oh, get some stuff there. Like, since I didn't have any luck finding a freaking purple shirt at the thrift store, well, they did have purple shirt, but they all had like graphics on them. Anyway, so I was like, oh, well, I've got some coupons. I'll go to JoAnn's and use my little coupons and make a day trip out of it. Yay! So, get there, I find the purple shirts. All they have are kid sizes, and yeah, I can easily wear kid sizes, but I wanted a nice big purple shirt that I could cut up and redesign and all that jazz. Yeah, so I was like, ugh. Even though they are inexpensive, I was like hoping that I could get a better deal, which my coupons would have allowed me to do that, but I'd rather have waited for some other kind of stuff. So for the price and the size, I was like, oh, let's wait. Maybe we can find something at another thrift store, or, yeah, since thrift stores always change constantly, yeah, I'll just keep searching for my little purple shirt. So, yeah. So instead of the purple shirt, I ended up getting some other stuff. Most of it I did not plan on buying, but it was a great deal, and I was like, I was crafting mine, I was like, oh, I need so much of that. So, yeah. I love awkward moments when filming outside. Yeah. I'm gonna get used to this one day, I'm sure, but it's just like every time somebody comes outside from their house and I'm like, pause. Okay, so, I don't know. Awkward, so on to JoAnn's Haul. So, like losing my train of thought here. So much commotion going on. Alrighty. So every time I go into JoAnn's, I have my little planned out routes. Well, actually, they're not planned out, but it just naturally happens this way. I stop at the jewelry section first, then I move on to the knitting section, because I'm a knitter. Well, I say knitting section. I'm sorry, other yarn crafters and the yarn section. But I always look at the knitting needles, because a lot of times, if they're not on sale, I'll typically use my coupon to buy circular needles, because I only use circular needles, the little Susan Bates brand ones. They're awesome. I'm not super picky, but I do love those over other brand. Anyways, yeah. So, I was like, I think I have most of the knitting needles that I really want for the time being. Granted, in the near future, I'll probably be like, oh, I wish I had some size 9s, or whatever. Maybe I have size. I don't even know what sizes I have. Anyway, so from that point onward, I typically, I might go to other areas in between the two areas along the way, but then after my main focus of checking out the knitting needles, then I typically move over to the fabric remnant bins, and if there's any good little remnants, which it's been a long time since I found any that were like a steal for me, or like I was like, oh my gosh, how about that? Yeah. So yeah. And then once I check out the fabric, I usually backtrack and walk around again, walk around again, walk around again. Usually I walk around the store an average of 6 times, being like, didn't I want that, didn't I want that. I just absolutely love going to JoAnn's. It's a sickness. Not really. Embrace it, y'all. Embrace your creativity, your inspiration, embrace it. Okay. So, yeah. So over in the bead section, said earlier. I go slurring, blah, blah, blah. So over in the beading section, they had like 30% off, which is okay, but I prefer it when it's 40 or 50% off. But I found all these on clearance, so of course you don't get the percentage off clearance price, but that's cool. All these were $1.97, so it's rounded up to $2. And so it's like, oh, something! I wasn't a little too happy with them, because I certainly, when I first saw some of them, was not planning on buying as many as I did, which some people may be like, that's not many. And it's still not enough for what I wanted. However, sometimes I gotta be a little bit reasonable with mine, be like, nope, gotta limit myself. So I got the ones that I really, really liked a lot. So yeah, so I found these. They're all pendants, by the way. So it's like, ooh, pretty. And this one. And the key. I love keys. Well, I like the bigger keys. And these. And then the last 3 packs are all like little paintings, and they have like little film on them to protect them while they're in the store, so pull them off and they'll be much clearer. But I like this little, it's like a little lady. She's cool. I feel like create a story out of her little picture. And then this one. And then this one. Okay, this one, the one up here is obviously Mona Lisa, but I'm not too sure what this one down here is, and I kind of feel like a ditz for not knowing it, but I'm sure it's a famous painting as well that I'm just not aware of, because I live in my little sheltered box life under a rock, down in the dirt sort of deal. Yeah. So, those are what I got. And then, since I was on my mission for the little t-shirt, went over to the t-shirt section, found that purple shirt, wasn't satisfied with my findings, so I started looking at the paint. Now, I was planning on using my standard acrylic paints, just my basic crafty acrylic paints, you know, nothing fancy, just little tubes of them that you buy for like 50 cents. And yeah, but they do work well in fabric, you know. Don't go out and buy anything fancy, because you don't have to have fabric paint to do that kind of effect. You can use just cheap old acrylic paint. But I started looking at the fabric paint, because I was like, I got the coupon, so let's just go for it. Let's make the coupon worth the while. So, by the way, this item I did not get a coupon, but yeah. So this is just like a little thing of fabric paint, a little brush on fabric paints, and they're all glittery, which that really caught my eye. That's what drew me to them. But they're only like $3, so if you feel like you want fabric paints, go for like the $3 deal, you know, especially if you're only doing a one-time project. But let me just say that I like to paint on fabric, not on a frequent basis, but every now and then I do, like especially love painting on jeans, which, yeah, I had big plans for doing that once, but that was an epic fail. So anyway, yeah, and so then I got this, which is a pretty decent sized bottle of glow-in-the-dark fabric paint, which makes me extremely happy, because I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect for like the little, like overlying of the white or something, and the stars. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the glitter. Again, never too much glitter. So, it's like, ugh, my cosmic shirt is going to be awesome. Okay. And then this baby is what I use my 50% off coupon for. 20 fabric paints, iridescent, glittery, pretty colors. And it does have like, well, it doesn't have a true yellow that's more golden. Gold. Which actually I already do own this one, but whatever. Again, never too much glitter. And also, you can never have too much gold or silver. I feel like you can incorporate gold and silver into like mini projects, so don't be afraid to use it. Go with it. Bling up your projects as much as you want, because you can never do too much. Alright. Yeah. Well, you probably can, but in my opinion, you can. Hence the name, Unicorn Diamond. Actually, that's kind of a betrayal. Misleading, shall we say. Because I do like diamonds, however, the main thing is sparkle. I love me some sparkle. Okay, yeah, so this was $20, half off $10. So it's like, let's go for it, because that makes them each like 50 cents, and 50 cents is like, yay. So I wasn't really, So I wasn't originally going to use fabric paint on my project, but since I just happened to find this, and like, ooh, that would be nice. So, let's just jazz it up. Let's jazz it up. I probably will still use my little cheap acrylic paints, too, just for the heck of it, because that was the original intention, but I'll incorporate these as well. Like, oh, the little wheels in my mind are spinning with ideas. I'm so happy. So yeah. And then this. I don't know, I wasn't going to get this. I was thinking logically, like, why, but it was $5. And then I went back and went to see, like, what the price would be for, like, normally. By the way, this item was in a clearance, like, in a specific little clearance area. Like, we used to have a clearance aisle at JoAnn's ago too. However, I've noticed that the clearance aisle has kind of moved to a little island in the back of the store. Just a little island merchandiser. So I was like peeking around and I found this and it caught my eye, and like I said, it was only $5, and I went back to the section and saw that these were like $20-ish. So I'm not a scrapbooker. I tried to build up interest in scrapbooking, however, it just doesn't really click with me. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it, I'm on my front porch swing. That's why I'm kind of like, ooh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Moving around. Alright. Yeah. Random. I know, so in case you saw me moving around, that's why I'm just kind of floating here on the swing. Back to the book. So, found this, and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. I love it. Pink with metallic pink accents. I'm not really big